Hey guys, Bashar2 here. In today's video, we'll be talking about wholesaling on Amazon. Exactly, what are the steps that you need to take in order for you to set up a successful wholesaling business in 2018. So guys, be sure you stay tuned until the end, as I'll be making some very important announcement. You guys really need to listen and understand it. So guys, Bashar2 here, Amazon MBA seller and mentor. In today's video, I'll be talking about wholesaling on Amazon, explaining exactly what I have learned in the past, several days and actually a couple of weeks, and just kind of sharing my knowledge and experience with you guys. So as you know, I am not a wholesaler, and I want to make sure that you guys understand that. I don't wholesale on Amazon. I private label and I arbitrage, and that's what I sell, that's what I teach, and that's exactly what I do. However, many of my students and followers have been actually contacting me and asking me to make videos about wholesaling. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I reached out to a few wholesaler friends that I have in the industry who have been, wholesaling successfully on Amazon for many years. They now have, companies doing 7 and 8 figures on Amazon wholesaling, and they actually were able to pretty much, mentor me for a couple, days and a couple hours every day so that I can, relay these messages to you guys. Now, I'm not sure if it is something that I'll be going into. I'm not sure if it is something that I'll be, looking into. I was considering it, but if that does happen, I'll be sharing my experience and my success with you guys so that way you guys can see hand to hand exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. But in today's video, I'll be pretty much covering the basics of creating a successful wholesaling business, what it is that you need in order for you to actually start wholesaling on Amazon, literally before you even start listing products, selling products, contacting suppliers, doing all that, even doing your research, So what I've done is actually this whole week, or at least a few days of this whole week, I'll be talking about wholesaling. And tomorrow's video will be probably about, exactly how to find suppliers and how to contact them. The days after that will be about listing and things like that. But in today's video, I just want to focus on exactly how to set up a successful structure, and that's the thing that I've always, I try to relate to you guys, is that you need strong foundation to anything you do in life, any business, any new adventure you take, anything really. You need to do your thorough research, and then you need to actually build a very strong foundation, and then from there you just start building above that, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is, one thing that I have learned in this business is that suppliers and manufacturers will not even talk to you unless you are an established company. So that's very important for you guys to do. The first thing you need to do is you need to get incorporated, okay? So you need to actually file for a corporation, which is, creating an S Corp, a C Corp, an LLC, any type of corporation to make you look like a legitimate business, a legitimate, company. So getting corporation, getting your articles over in corporation, and also getting your business license and seller's permit in your state or in the state that you would like to be incorporated within is very important, because all those wholesalers are going to be invoicing you, and they cannot do that unless you have a seller's permit or a seller's license or a state license. So that's step number one. You need to make sure that you are incorporated and that you actually look like a legitimate business. Step number two, in order for you to make it look like you are a legitimate business, you need actually a website. You need a company website. So that's step number two, is that you need a professional website. It doesn't have to be super complicated. You can literally build a website on Shopify or WordPress, for a few dollars, a couple hours. You can hire somebody for a couple $100. You can put together a website that looks professional, that's clean, that's neat, that has to do with the name of your company. Make sure your website and the name of your company that you filed are the same. That way, when you do contact your suppliers, you look professional and you look clean. Number three thing, you need to get an actual business email address. So once you get a domain to actually get your website, your hosting company will automatically give you like you can actually apply for email address. So instead of me doing like basharcat2@gmail.com, it would be something like, seller or Amazon seller at basharjcat2.com. You know what I mean? So that way the at is actually the name of your company instead of, you being at Yahoo or Gmail. You just look that much more legitimate. You look like you are that much more professional. So number one, we said incorporate. Number two, we said get a website. Number three, get an email address. Number four, get a business address. Some companies and some suppliers will not. And I need you guys to understand, and this is not me saying, as I told you, I have not wholesaled before, but this is companies that have been working wholesaling on Amazon for years, that they do 7 and 8 figures on Amazon today. They said that there are suppliers, and the ones that truly, count, they will not deal with you unless you have a business address. They will not ship to your house. They will not ship, you cannot use your home address as your business address, okay? Because they can tell what address that is, and these 4 steps that I just, explained to you guys are not just to get any supplier, because look, you cannot be just an Amazon seller in order for you to become a wholesaler, okay? You need to become an actual established company, and that's something that I really need you guys to understand. So you cannot start this with $500, $200, $1,000. You actually need to have some capital. You actually need to have some business wisdom in you, okay? Some business knowledge. It's not very complicated, but it's not like, okay, I'm going to start selling on Amazon. I'm going to go to Walmart, pick up a couple things, list them on Amazon, and bam, all of a sudden now I sell. You cannot be just an Amazon seller to starting to locate suppliers and start selling on Amazon as a wholesaler. You actually need to become a legitimate business, a legitimate company. So doing a recap real quick. Business address is number one. Business name and incorporating is number one. Getting an email address is number two. Getting a website is number three. And getting a business address number four, in order for you to actually, get the accounts and get the wholesalers and get the manufacturers that actually really count, that will really make you a lot of money, to look at your, even answer your emails or actually even contact you back, okay? So this is the bare minimum for 100% absolute beginners. These are the very 4 steps that you need to take in order for you to even think about it. These are some things that you need to actually put in mind. Now, going a little bit more advanced, if we were to kind of take it up a notch, so that was kind of, wholesaling 101. If we go to wholesaling 102, let's say, and you want to take it up a little bit, just one more notch, for somebody that's a little bit more advanced, let's say you got this bottom part already done, and now you want to, accelerate a little bit, or you want to kind of go to step number 2. So step number 2 would be making multiple websites. Okay, so let's say you are niche specific, you are selling in electronics, or you're selling in toys, or you're selling in this or that. You would create a website for every single niche that you create. Okay, so let's say you create a company that that's broad on selling on e-commerce or whatever, and then you create little businesses below or beneath that company, and they are niche specific into specific things. You would create a it's like, okay, well, let me create an electronics company or website that will sell toys, or I would contact a toys factory or toys supplier saying that I want to sell, with a electronics website or electronics email or business that says that I want to sell your toys. It just won't happen. They won't look at you seriously. So making, multiple websites that have to do with your specific niches is very important. Number 2, with the little bit more advanced level, is actually creating different platforms and different websites than just the company website or the company website, but making it full functional, where you actually, people can buy and check out your products on, okay? So where they can actually go and order your products. So it's not just the company website that, explains who you are, what you do, some pictures, and then address and phone number and stuff like that, but actually a functional website that has your products. 50 to 100 products that people can actually go on, check out, add to cart, and actually get an order and then get sent to their house. You know what I mean? So aside from your Amazon store, you need to also have another website that has all of your products on. Once again, this is step number 2 in the 102 wholesaling, So step number one was multiple accounts or multiple websites. Then step number two, having your websites, instead of they are just informational, actually being functional where people can actually order on them. Another thing is, number three would be reaching out to other accounts, because there is a lot of times you are going to actually get to a roadblock where you just cannot get to certain brands and certain accounts because some suppliers will not deal with you unless you are brick and mortar, okay? Which means you actually need to have a retail store, let's say if you're doing supplements, they will only deal with somebody like a supplement nutrition, like a GNC or things like that. Or let's say if you're doing beauty, they only will deal with like beauty salons, or like Mac, they'll only deal with you if you actually had like a Sally's Beauty Supplies or something like that, So you would need to have brick and mortar. Now, going and opening a brick and mortar retail store, I mean, that's just the way next level up, So what you can always do is partner up with locations or with brick and mortar retail stores who actually can order for you, So let's say you go to A and B salon and tell them, hey, I need to contact the supplier. They just won't work with me directly because I need a brick and mortar. What about you place my orders through you, or I place my orders through you using your company name, okay? And I'll give you a commission, like a 5-10% on top of whatever I order. So let's say every 1,000 I pay you $50, or every 1,000 I pay you $100, or whatever the deal is. You just pay them commission. You partner up with all those different companies and all those different partners and all those different retail stores in order for you to actually get through to some suppliers you cannot get through, because some suppliers will just not sell for you. If you are just an online wholesaler or reseller, you would need to have an actual retail store, an actual brick and mortar. So guys, once again, Bashar Keto here, Amazon and Bestseller Mentor. If you guys liked this video, please comment and drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know also if there's a specific thing you guys want me to cover about wholesaling. As I told you, tomorrow will be a little bit more in depth about how to locate suppliers exactly, what are some of the requirements and things like that. But today's video was just the very bare minimum basics that you guys need to know about how to become a wholesaler in 2018. Once again, I am not a wholesaler myself. I private label and I arbitrage. However, I've been getting a lot of requests about wholesaling, so I decided to take a full week that I would cover wholesaling. I reached out to many of my wholesaling friends who make 6 and 7 and 8 figures in the business, who have been selling on Amazon as wholesalers for many years, and they pretty much mentored me about how the whole process works. I may be going into wholesaling maybe later on at the end of this year, but if I do, I'll be documenting everything, sharing everything with you guys so you guys can actually experience, hand to hand exactly what I'm going through and exactly what is happening. Aside from that, guys, first link in the description is going to be to my mentoring program if you guys want to join that. The second link in the description, as I was saying the announcement, the first thing, as I explained, you guys need to incorporate. You need to become an actual corporation. So the first link is actually going to be to a website where you guys can make that happen online for literally $100. With like literally 10 minutes, you can get incorporated, okay, over the internet. You can even give them a call if you have any questions. The link, the second link in the description is going to be to that. So be sure you guys check it out. It's a website called inkfile.com. It's an amazing website. I truly love it myself, but you guys should definitely check it out. Aside from that, guys, just to recap about today's video, Wholesaling 101, 4 things you must know before, or must do before starting wholesaling in 2018 is, incorporating. Number 2, getting a website. Number 3, getting an email. Number 4, getting a business address. If you want to go a little bit more advanced, you would want to get multiple websites for your different niches. You would also want to make partnerships with other retailers in order for you to reach some accounts that you can't reach if you are just an online seller, or just an online reseller or wholesaler, whatever you want to call your name. And number 3, making your different websites functional where people can actually go, place their order, check it out, have it shipped to their warehouse or to their house right within your website. So guys, once again, Bashar Ketu here, Amazon and BS Seller Mentor. If you guys like this video, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Be sure to smash the thumbs up button and just stay tuned for my other videos. Aside from that, guys, thank you very much for being here, being part of this awesome community. I love y'all, and y'all have a great day. Take care.